So I recently switched the method that I use to record audio on all my videos. It's really easy, it costs less than 20 bucks, and I'll show you how I do it. Now, most people when they start out making YouTube videos, they just use their phone or a camera, something like this, and the microphone is built in. So I've used this camera before, I've used the one that I'm recording with before with the built-in mic. It's easy, it's synced up, it works. The problem is when you start getting far away from the camera, it can't do that distance. So I'm maybe 8 feet from the camera right now. If I was using the microphone on board, it would sound very distant and washed out and sound like I'm in a hallway. And that's in a pretty silent room. Imagine if I were outdoors with wind and things like that, that microphone wouldn't work. So the next thing you might buy is, hey, I know, I'll get a shotgun mic. This is something that mounts on the camera and plugs into it. This is a little better, but the range is still an issue. This is not designed to go more than a few feet. So if you're recording something far away like this, that's not gonna work. And you can get these for $20, $30. Some are better than others. There's the Rode mic, which is $100 and some. This one isn't great because it requires a battery and you have to make sure you flip it on and off. And I've recorded plenty of video where I forget to flip that power button on or off, or I forget to turn it off and the battery ends up dying. The next thing you might do is you might buy a wireless lavalier microphone. And the way this works is one part of it mounts on the camera, the other part plugs into a microphone and you wear it in your pocket. I bought the cheapest, plastikiest thing you've ever seen for 20 bucks. And I've used this before for years and years. The quality is very bad, but it's light years ahead of the built-in microphone, especially when you're trying to record at a distance like this. The microphone is right up near your face, which is a huge deal. You want that microphone right by your mouth when you're talking. So even though this is terrible quality, I got this for 20 bucks. A receiver, a transmitter, and a microphone. And it works. But they're a very, very entry-level type of thing. You can buy these that are $400 or $500 that have battery packs and they sink in and you can have multiple ones. I've never gone that far. The method I'm using is I'm recording with that lavalier microphone plugged into my cell phone. So all you need is a small lavalier mic. I'm using the same one that came in my old kit, which is a really bad microphone. And I'm recording on an app. You can get, there's tons of free audio recording apps. Mine is called Voice Recorder. There is the Rode Record app that you can use, but basically you're just recording audio. You probably have something built in on your phone. So what I'm doing is I'm recording through the audio on the camera, but I'm also recording directly from this microphone into my phone. Test, test, test. Test, test, test. Now, what are the advantages of this? The advantage is I have a lavalier mic right by my mouth, which is going to get great quality, and I don't have to worry about batteries. This cheap thing for 20 bucks, it was very entry level in the quality, but the worst thing about it for me was these things sucked up batteries. If I recorded for more than 20 minutes, these batteries were dying. So if you're doing a long video, you're recording, I've had this die halfway through, either the transmitter or the receiver. I didn't notice it, and 5 minutes in, I'm talking, the audio just cuts out. I don't have to worry about that with my cell phone at all. I can talk for several hours with this, and I know it's not gonna, the battery's not gonna run down. There is one issue though that you have to make sure it's plugged in. I've noticed, I don't know if it's just with this microphone connection or my phone, I've had it happen where that little plug comes out and it'll stop recording. And how I said, there's a huge difference. Right now I can hear my furnace kicking on. You probably can't hear it through this microphone, but the microphone on the camera is picking up that background noise. So even it works really well in a quiet room, but it's even more of a benefit when you have all this surrounding noise and you just want to pick up what the person is saying. So what are the cons to using a system like this? Well, one, you're going to have to sync this audio with that video yourself. So normally when you're recording with the shotgun mic or the built-in lav mic that plugs into the phone, it's recording the audio right in with the video and it's synced together. With this, I'm going to have one video file, but I'm going to have two audio files. So I'm going to have the audio file that's from the camera, and I'm going to have this separate one on here. After I'm done recording, I'll have to save it to someplace like my Google Drive, and then I'll email that to myself, and then when I'm doing the editing later, I will have to sync up the audio and video. It's not a huge deal. It doesn't take a lot of time. It's just another step you're going to have to do. And along the same lines as syncing those audio and video up, before I record a video, it's another step that I have to do. Whereas before I would hit record on the camera, turn these on. Now I hit record on the camera, I have to plug in my phone, start the recording, and I have to clap so that when I do the recording, the processing later, the editing, those are my points where I'm lining up the audio and video file. Or I'm lining up the audio out of the camera, the audio out of my phone. Then I will later delete the audio out of the camera and join those two together. Another benefit of doing this way, let's say something happens with the phone. Let's say I accidentally pull this plug out and I don't realize it. I now have a backup on the camera. Maybe it's not as good. In fact, I know it's not going to be as good, but at least I have a second set of audio, and that makes the shot not completely worthless. Where when the batteries go out on these, the audio is gone. It is silence. So now if I accidentally pull the plug out on here, it comes out, it comes loose, and this stops recording, I have the backup on the phone, which I can use in an emergency. Another benefit is you might not even need a microphone. You could just use your phone. Let's say you had a top pocket up here. You could just set your phone in the pocket or set it on the table nearby if you're recording at a desk. And these are really a benefit, not when I'm a foot away, not when I'm holding the camera out like this, but when I walk way over here. There's no way that that audio is picking this up, but this one is still with me. It's wherever I go. This is not going to change. So that's the real benefit. So we can do a comparison right now. My furnace is kicked on in the back. I can stand right here. I'm guessing this audio is not changing wherever I go. I can go all the way back here, and this audio is the same. Whereas if I play the audio through that camera, now you can hear that there's all this background noise and muffling. It might sound like I'm in a hallway. And if I go back here, you can't hear anything. I'm talking in the same voice as I was talking. You probably can't even hear me back there. And it's only when I get much closer to that camera can you now hear my voice, when I'm only 2 or 3 feet away. So I hope you like this method. Like I said, everybody goes through a process of recording and they kind of upgrade their equipment. And this is just really cheap and really simple. Like I said, you can get this for 20-30 bucks. You can get this super cheap plastic battery sucking wireless lav mic for $20-30. Or you can get just this one that clips onto your shirt and plugs into your phone. You can get a pretty good one for $20 or $30, and that'll record much better quality than anything you have here, especially when there's background noise or you're far away from the camera. Well, I hope you liked the video you just watched. If you did, feel free to subscribe by clicking the button on this side. You can also check out all the videos I've done, the playlist from things I've built, things I've fixed, home repair, 3D printing, and on this side you can check out a recommended video similar to the one you just watched. And as always, down in the description I'll put a link to my blog, which has more pictures and more information about the video you just watched. Thanks.